What's up, everybody? It's King J Smooth back with another one. This video is a little bit more serious to me. Um, yeah, I might as well just put it out there like this. Alright, so I don't know what the title is, but y'all see the title. Let's talk about it. So, I was born, I could say, or as a youth, I was found to have ADHD. Now, we're gonna get into it. I was on Ritalin, and I think second grade, around second grade, they started putting me on Ritalin and stuff. When I was younger, I had a speech impediment. I couldn't stay still, and I had the jitters a lot. I always had to run around, be active, things like that. But when I focus on something that I like, I could lock in and really focus, right? But I like things being in a certain order, a certain way, set up a certain way. I like things to be on a routine, over and over again, certain things like that. I like it to be peaceful and stuff like that. So when things get a certain way, mainly for me chaotic, I tend to like tap out. As I got older, I started like develop the coping mechanisms to deal with it, and to like push through and try to fight against certain things, and just fight even though it's an ongoing battle. And it seems like I can win. I know that I could win one day, and then you know, just taking one day at a time, 1 second at a time. I could win in this second for a second, and then something might happen, and then like it's okay, I'll deal with it. I'll win in this second. Just breaking it down like that. Now that time has progressed, and there's more information coming out and more studies on things, stuff like that. You have some saying that ADHD is on the spectrum of autism, which I know that they have similar symptoms, and they share commonalities, and people with autism could have ADHD and vice versa or whatever. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you could have ADHD and autism. So, quite frankly, for myself, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I'm more calm, laid back now, and things like that. So we don't really know. But really never worked for me. They used to try to put me on sleeping pills and all types of stuff. Even to this day, like I could go back and to the system, and they'll try to put me on Wellbutrin and stuff like that. And then they try to say that I have depression and things like that, which I don't. And they keep talking about my mood, my attitude towards things changing and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily about things changing or me being controlled. It's more so about messed up stuff happening. Like, when things change for the worse. Who wants to deal with something change for the worse? Like, come on, be real. But now, as I'm older, I'm in a predicament where I have 2 children that's diagnosed with autism. That's my 2 sons. Now, I find it kind of strange that it's just the boys. Um, Also, I noticed stuff before, like vaccinations started, that was happening, and then afterwards, like, cause the third, he was literally talking. Like, he'll say phrases and things like that, like, "Dad, I'm cold," but he was like almost 1 and started talking. And he started getting vaccinations at 1 and stuff, and then he couldn't speak, and now he just now learning how to talk all over again. You get what I'm saying? He's 5. I find that strange, but he's diagnosed with autism, and now he started to speak clearer and things like that, and say sentences and stuff. But he was speaking like low, like in a whisper kind of, but he started to project his voice more. Now, there's other things going on. I'm not going to touch on it until certain people would discuss what's going on with them or whatever. But raising children with autism and dealing with what you're going through yourself, because like a lot of questions and things like that, and figuring out things is weird. It's crazy. It's crazy all the time. But like dealing with the stress levels, things like that, you have to have a lot of patience. A lot of patience. And my boys, they're not regular children, but they are. But they like smart. They're real smart. But like in messed up ways sometimes, I could say. Not messed up ways, but like their curiosity gets to them and stuff like that, and they gotta figure stuff out, things like that. Like the third, which is my youngest, I seen it. He tore 2 holes in the ceiling. And the reason being because he want to see what's up there. You try and push the drop ceiling, and he poked the hole right through it. Then he just tore it all down. So now I got to replace them panels. Miracle, she'll get up there too, but like he the reason why it's like that. She helped them tear the rest of it down, but he the reason why so she's learning from him. You get what I'm saying? Like today, he ran into the kitchen and just dumped my coffee all over the floor. It's in a container, one of the plastic containers, dumped it all over the floor, and like just playing in it, and then runs off. But I say, that coffee is real expensive, and I can't just be having you throw it on the floor like that. You're not supposed to throw it on the floor like that. And he looked at me in my eyes and he said, "Okay, I'm sorry," and walked off to the room like he knew he did wrong. So, no, it's interesting, but it's the stuff like this every day, all the time, somebody having to keep their eyes on them, and everybody not necessarily capable or able to keep their eyes on them. That's why it's hard to like find babysitters and things like that, because our parents are older, our grandparents are even older, so they can't keep up with them. Find somebody that you actually can trust and actually understand what's going on, because the stuff that he does is like innocent, but it's some serious stuff. And that's just like with Jaden. But Jaden is more so different, I could say, but he's the same, because Jaden does stuff like get into your stuff. You get what I'm saying? He's not gonna break it, but he'll end up playing with your stuff, or he'll end up watching TV and jumping around like a regular kid and stuff like that. But Jaden 15 now. He still does that stuff, things like that. And to get him to understand certain concepts and what's going on, actually have like real dialogues with him about what he's thinking about, stuff like that. But the concepts that he come up with are very creative and far beyond a lot of people's intelligence. So they're like high IQs. And that's the thing that was with my situation when I was younger, because they kept trying to get me tested and things like that. But my IQ was like 186. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was up there. So, but I know that your IQ could drop, it could raise, depending on how much you learn and how the things that you do and your viewpoints and your beliefs and your thoughts and stuff like that. It changes all the time, and who you hang around with, your environment, what you do to educate yourself more, strengthen that muscle up there. But anyway, but I have a background of dealing with people with developmental disabilities and physical disabilities. So I stopped working with people like that because of the 24-hour having to work all the time, because like you can't necessarily party and get drunk and not worry about getting that emergency phone call. You get what I'm saying? Oh, something happened, you gotta go there, so you just came from the bar, you saucy, but you gotta deal with this situation, so now you gotta sober up real quick, stuff like that. Even though, thank God, it never really happened like that. It's just the fact that it could have. You feel what I'm saying? But now, to really deal with it 24 hours a day with two. So I gotta be on call for one. Or when he over here. And then the other one, I'm with 24 hours a day. Like right now, his older sister, she the one I'm trying to put him to sleep. Let him take a nap real fast, so I could dip off and go take care of some business. But it's okay. I admit, to me, it's easy, right? The thing that's difficult is the not having the necessary help right now that I need. So like a break where me and my wife could go out and chill for a minute. A big enough house. Because ideally, I need a room to help him develop. And not just him, all the children. So, like, I can set up art easels and those science kits and their toys and stimulating things like his ball pit. He got a ball pit. Things like that. All the stuff I buy and want to do with him, things like that. They'll put his stuff that he gets from school to help him learn and things like stuff like the papers with the ABCs on it that he could trace the ABCs and trace and spell his name and stuff like that. And things for Jaden also that I could put in binders and certain situations and just have everything organized and laid out for them. Ideally, I need that. Let alone my studio and whatever. You get what I'm saying? Enough rooms for all the kids. You feel what I'm saying? Little situations like that. That's the hard part. Trying to figure out what to do with what you got. That's always going to be the hardest part. Hold on one second.
Hooter, why?
See, now you're getting into stuff now. And, like, constant cleaning up all the time. Like, you can't even get to the other stuff, like floorboards, windows, and stuff like that. You gotta eventually get to it, but you can't even get to that a lot of times. Like, you pick up the toys, and 2 minutes later, all the toys back all over the place, and they all lined up in orders and stuff. Like they about to go to class or something. And for me, I laughing and stuff like that, but one part of me was like, oh, that's so cute. That's oh, he learned and stuff like that. But the other part of me be like, I'm used to stuff being systematic and order and stuff like that, and organized and set up a certain way, and let alone dealing with other people who not used to having that or understanding the concepts and stuff, and you try to get them to go along with the program. But then you got these two that, at any given time, and it's not just these two, but it's the two little ones. So one got autism, the other one, you don't know what's going on really, but you don't think they have anything. But the baby and Junior, or third, and they ripping and running, doing stuff. So you got the baby messes that they would normally create, and then you got this ingenious autistic brain that's about to do something wild. You know? Like take apart your dryer. What happened? It's on? Okay. So it's like, it's just ridiculous, man. It's crazy. But you just gotta get up and pray every day. Don't break now. You might go through some crazy stuff now. Might go through crazy stuff, but just focus, breathe, hold it together, and take it one day at a time. You have to win and conquer your days one step at a time. Don't turn to drugs and alcohol either, because it ain't gonna help. It's gonna don't be around there drunk, man. Listen, you can't even get drunk. By the time you get drunk, it'll be over. You done sobered up now, because something crazy will happen now. But anyway, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace out, Royal family.